Hey there guys, Next-Gen Strike here, back again for another video, and sorry I am a little late to review this movie, but it is still pretty early and it's not out on physical copy yet that I know of. And thank you to Dark Knight Fan 75 for telling me to review this movie and telling me that it's out to review, and also for just being a nice commenter, subscriber. So yeah, nice shout out there. So this movie, pretty interesting. A lot of us had extremely low expectations for this DC animated film, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it does, it sucks. It's really bad. If I had to say honestly, if I had to compare it, I think I might have enjoyed Justice League Throne of Atlantis a little bit better. That's how bad this movie was. Now, there's the whole argument of, oh, it's made for kids, blah blah blah. Well, then you have to look at the DC movies that were made like 10 years ago, and they were made for kids, and they were way better than this. They were actually better than most of the movies that were made for adults. So yeah, I don't know, that argument just doesn't really work here. But let's get into the thick of it as to why I really did not like this movie. I found the overall plot of this movie to be completely stupid, and I will go into some spoilers at the end in case those of you who are watching this actually do want to watch this movie. I don't know why you would, but whatever. The plot of it is just completely dumb. They don't really mention why anything's really happening until the very end of it. I think all the villains are just kind of just completely plucked at random, and actually the heroes in this movie are too. Arrow and The Flash, which obviously they're both from just CW TV series being popular, and all the characters are pretty much out of character except for, I'd say, Batman and Green Arrow. Those are the only two that really seem to be acting mostly like they do in the comics / movies, whatever you want to call it. The rest of the characters just, I don't know, they just were kind of written stupid. I think the writing in this movie was just really dumbed down, which I don't think was necessary. You know, just to be a kids movie, they don't have to write it like, you know, so cliche and all that stuff. I think the voice acting was nice though. I also think the animation was very nice, so that's some positive things I can say about the movie. I also liked how in the beginning Batman was wearing a Batman Beyond-esque costume, which I think looked very nice, and then he switched over to his lame blue and gray costume. So I think he should have honestly stuck with the red and black, but whatever. And yeah, going back to voice acting, most of the voices were actually from previous DC animated movies, not the New 52 line of movies, but like the guy that played Batman Beyond played Nightwing, which was actually kind of weird, but whatever. The guy that played Batman in Batman Arkham Origins played him in this movie, and just so on and so on. I think the only voice actor that I really didn't like was Yuri Lowenthal as Red Robin, because, you know, I like the fact that they had Nightwing and Red Robin in this movie, and they got their time to shine, I guess, but I just think the voice just didn't really match up. And really, Red Robin was kind of just thrown around as like a dumb character, and he's really the exact opposite. He's really, I guess you could say, the smartest Bat family member aside from maybe Batman. So it's really weird just seeing him so out of character. And I guess really thinking about it, he really didn't do much of anything in the movie aside from sit at the Bat computer all day. So yeah, at least Nightwing did get to do some cool stuff in the beginning, though. Aside from that, nothing too special. Mostly it was just Batman hogging the spotlight, which is to be expected in a Batman movie. But Flash, I think Flash was written terribly, so if you're a fan of the Flash, you're probably gonna cringe at some of the times where he just completely gets wrecked and by just some of the dumbest things. I don't know, but let's see, anything else? Villains, like I said, not very good. Mainly just the Penguin. I don't know what they were thinking, but the Penguin was just not written very well. I guess you can just attribute the problems to the movie with the writing, because, you know, I think the last one, which some people really didn't like, but the last movie made by these guys, the Justice League movie, I actually enjoyed for what it was. I knew that it was, written for a younger audience, but I think the writing was a lot better than it was here. I don't really know what happened, but I think the whole concept of it was just weird. It was in like a futuristic Gotham where there's flying cars and you got Nightwing and Red Robin, yet Batman doesn't know who Penguin is. I don't know, just some things like that just kind of threw me off. So yeah, overall I would say this movie is probably one of the worst, if not the worst, DC animated movie I've ever seen, so I do not recommend you watching this whatsoever, unless you just want to torture yourself, because quite frankly this movie dragged on longer than any other DC movie that I've probably ever seen. So yeah. Now if I want to just get into some spoilers here, so you guys, if you haven't seen it and you don't want yourself spoiled, then you can feel free to click off here, but just to go over a few things. I think that the whole reason for Penguin doing things, with the whole asteroid and the gold and whatever, I think that was the single most dumbest thing that I've ever heard. I mean, talk about cliche. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna destroy all Gotham for gold. Really? That was really terrible. Flash getting beaten by a rope. He would outthink the rope doing that to him. He would be able to speed out of it. So that whole thing, and not phasing out of it or whatever, that was cringeworthy. Just some of the writing and the jokes and stuff like that. I guess there really isn't too much spoiler territory here that I really can talk about, because it was a really simple, mind-numbingly action-filled movie. So yeah, with that said, I guess that's really all I have to say. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on this animated movie if you have in fact seen it. Like if you like, subscribe if you like, and that's all I have for now. Catch you guys later.